Hello everyone, I'm Jeremy Geckner with the Front Row Movie Reviews, and this is your weekly box office report with stats from our friends over at boxofficemojo.com. It was a pretty solid start for the two-weekend 4th of July festivities at the movie theaters, as Illumination's Despicable Me 3 brought in an estimated $75 million for the top spot at the box office. That's a pretty strong opening, and with the additional 2 days of the 4th of July, with Monday and Tuesday, it will get over $100 million. However, this is only the third largest opening in the four-film franchise, only beating the first Despicable Me. So take it for what it is, but it's still a pretty strong showing for the animated sequel. Coming in at number 2 was a pretty big surprise, as the critically acclaimed Baby Driver from famed director Edgar Wright came in at second with $21 million over the 3-day weekend, and coupled in with its earlier release in the week, it is now standing at $30 million in its total run. That is far above the expectations of what most people were thinking this film was going to do, and it is now by far the biggest opening of Edgar Wright's career, beating the $10 million that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World brought in. Coming in at number 3 this week is Transformers: The Last Knight. The 5th film in the Transformers franchise dropped an expected 62% to bring in another $17 million. Now this brings its US domestic total up to $102 million, and its international total billed in for a global cum of $492 million. This is still on par to make a lot more money and is still going to make a profit for Paramount, but it continues to track as one of the lowest grossing films of the entire franchise. We'll see what that spells for the future of this franchise, as it seems to be on some uneven ground at the moment. Coming in at number 4 this week in its 5th week of release is DC and Warner Brothers' Wonder Woman. This thing continues to have an amazing run at the box office, bringing in another $16.1 million, good for 4th place. This brings its US total up to $346 million, and its total global haul brings in now $708 million. This thing is still on track to be one of the most successful DC films of all time. We will see if it can still get to that threshold of Batman v Superman globally, but right now it is still continuing to defy expectations in its 5th week of release. And rounding out the top 5 this week is the Pixar animated film Cars 3. Now the sequel brought in another $9.5 million, which brings its US total up to $120 million, and its global total, now with the $53 million added in from the international box office, is now sitting at $173 million. And while that is a nice haul for Pixar, it still continues to be one of the lowest grossing Pixar films of all time. This franchise might finally be over, we can all probably hope. I'm Jeremy Geckner. Hey, head on over to the FrontRowMovieReviews.com. You can find all of our box office reports, any other videos that we do, and of course all of our podcasts. This week we are so excited because we have some great content coming your way. We are releasing our first Classics episode of the month on the Maltese Falcon, where I guest star on that one with Brandon Davis on his show. And this week we are also releasing a very special episodes of Beyond the Mouse with the cast of the Legacy Theater in Springfield, Illinois production of Newsies. We are joined by our good friends Owen Bean and Courtney Wick to talk about the production and the 1992 Disney film that it is based on. We are teasing our brand new show that we are going to be launching on Fridays from now on. It was Zonasodes. They have now spun off into their own feed, but now we have a brand new show for you, and we are going to be teasing what it is coming up this Friday, so make sure you are there for that. I'm Jeremy Geckner, and as always, we will see you in the front row.